So guys, welcome back, Cumbrianhomestead. It's the 1st of October and here's my winter squash harvest. The red curry squash, or cheeky curry, and these crown prints at the back there. So just leaving them for a couple of days in the sun, and then most of them will be going. We've got a sort of shelving thing upstairs, so it's quite a cool room, so they should be fine in there. And last of the tomatoes, black opal, a few there, and the crimson crush. The last of the other crimson crush in there, just returning now. So I have been busy despite having COVID. I'm clear now, I'm happy to say. But it's not stopped me really. I've been pretty busy, as you can see. That's the last, there's 13 gallons there of cider. I pitched the yeast, when was it now? 2 days ago I think it was, or something like that. So that's fermenting away really well. Another day or so and then I'll rack them off into these secondaries with an airlock, and then hopefully we'll just fit them all on there. So yeah, £860 plus I think I've pressed this year. That's a record, absolutely. And then just some apples. These are peas good non-such here. Ashmead's kernel, this one. And then there's a few, this half a dozen here or so is Egremont russet, and more Ashmead's kernel there. But I tend to like to try and keep those until about Christmas time. I think they're at the best then. And also these are quite interesting. Cob nuts. There's well, it used to be the old school field, but it's a community park, if you will. And some years ago they planted some cob nuts, and for the last 2 or 3 years, you know, they're fruiting pretty well. Some good sized nuts there. So just every time I go out a walk, I just get a couple of handfuls, shove them in my pocket, bring them home. Pretty good. Inside the greenhouse just now, I don't know if you can see that fig blowing around. It's still pretty windy. Yesterday was really quite bad. 8 hours of heavy rain and 40 plus mile an hour winds. So yeah, it was pretty atrocious really. I think I've got my camera issue resolved. I bought a new card, you know, memory card. I think the old one just gave up the ghost. It just wouldn't let me erase anything. So hopefully we're back up and running again. So I've got some buckets of Nance carrots there. Various germinations, some it's been chewing at them. Anyway, it's the first time I've tried it, so not too bad. Overwintering lettuce, that's Hill 2. Pruned, some salad rocket. The basil will be going back indoors shortly. So all this space now, I've got plants to go in. I've got spring onions, I've got some chard, some herbs, yeah, quite a few different things so hopefully I'm going to get this all planted up, try and take us through the winter. It's probably too windy to film outside, but that's the Virtus Savoy, doing alright. I'm still picking the chard and spinach and the kale. I think the French beans have just about given up now, too cold for them. It's a shame really, 3 weeks too late I reckon sowing those. And the salad bed up at the top end is still going strong. I don't know if you can hear that wind just now. And I've still got 2 courgette plants over there that we've got fruit on, so I'll keep them going as long as I can. Get away filming. So another row of radish there. This is the Amsoy mustard, it's been really good. And as has the golden, whatever it's called, I forget the name of it just now. I really like it, it's good. the salad rocket here, and these radishes, just fantastic. Scarlet globe and the Lolo Rosso lettuce. We just keep. I've just been picking them, no problem at all yet. Like I say, these courgettes are still going. There's one there, and then over here, got a nice one there, another one there. So, like I said, and they're still throwing some out. I don't know how long it'll keep going for, but that's pretty cool. Like I said here, that chard's ready for another cut. I'm not sure, I might lift these out and transplant them into greenhouse. I don't think they're going to make up outside. I need to take this net off at some point over the weekend. I've got 3 rows of carrots, the lamb's lettuce. Again, I'm going to transplant some of those into the greenhouse. And this was the mustard, ruby streak, and the Mizuna, which I cut back, and if you can see that it's growing back again. I think you can do it 3 or 4 times if I read rightly. So guys, it's October the 2nd, not a bad day. Today, tomorrow, that's about it, and then it looks as though we've got a very, very unsettled period coming of really wet weather and windy. So anyway, I'm pruning some of the fig back. This is brown turkey, variety brown turkey. Actually, there's one there. Look at that one. That might just ripen up, that. And it's a shame, isn't it? You can see, you know, how many, if we had an extended summer, it'd just be dozens and dozens of fruits, but fortunately our summers aren't long enough. Anyway, but I need to get down the side of the shed there, so I've just taken that lot off. I'm going to leave this upper part on for now because I want to take some cuttings when it's dormant, but I can get down the shed now without getting soaked. And this box here, I'm going to put, I'm going to clean out and put all the enviro mesh and what have you in there, and then weight it down with some bricks, and that's just trying to get things done for winter storage. So I've been busy this morning. You see, we've got our outdoor furniture set covered over, battening down the hatches as it were. I always feel a little bit sad really. Got that net off when autumn comes in and the gales and the rain starts and we lose those warm sunny days. It's like, can't we just have another 2 or 3 weeks? But yeah, there you go. So anyway, planting out in the greenhouse. So I've got spring onions there. These are Miracle of 4 Seasons lettuce here. There was just one hill 2 that I had in a little pot, so I put that in. The others here, I just want them to be a little bit bigger before I plant those out. So yeah, a couple of weeks maybe. Probably only, you know, I've been a bit optimistic, but then you plant spares and give some away. I won't have enough room in here for all those, but you know, half a dozen of each variety or something would be nice. I forgot to mention, if you just noticed my irrigation system, spring this year, I had to finish it just there, put stop ends in. I ran out of time. The tomatoes were growing up and I was going to cause damage trying to get it in. So anyway, once I've got it cleaned out, you can see now that I've finished it off now. I've got it running right the way around. Those little sprinklers are coming out. I've got some sealing plugs that will go in, and then I'm going to put inline drippers. I've already got them, and the 4mm tube that they run off, which just, there's a little tool, you just pop a hole into the 13mm supply pipe, and then just, it's like a little plug, push it in, run the dripper out to where you want it. It's on like a little stake, push it in, and hey presto. So these are the the stop ends there, they just come round and then fold over inside. So yeah, we're all set for next season now, which is brilliant. That's kind of where I want it to be. So in the frame here, I was just trying to weigh up. I'd like to actually plant this up because that was the original idea. So those chives, they're fully hardy, they can go outside. The parsley at some point can go into the greenhouse, and then there's just a couple of these spare lettuces here. Well, hopefully I can get those in here. We're just a bit sort of short of room at the moment because we're still working out where everything's going to go. So obviously once we can find some more storage space, I can get all the pots and all this stuff out of here, and then that will be planted up. And then I was just weighing it up, I can probably get another one of those along here, still have room for a courgette plant. And then obviously that gives me then, once I've got, say we've got storage room space sorted out, that gives me 3 more growing spaces for overwinter. Okay, it's the 3rd of October, just another wee update here in the home brew department. So just wrapped off this one, and this one into the secondaries from the primary, and once again just a nice steady fermentation going on. This one's actually what they call a noiseless airlock. They're brilliant. I should have got more of them. But obviously it's not an issue with me because I'm fermenting the cider outside, well, in the workshop. You know, it's not indoors. But if you were, you know, fermenting whatever it is, wine, beer, whatever, in the house, and if you didn't like the sound of an airlock popping away, then one of these things are excellent. You know, say they make no sound at all. Really good. So it'll just sit in there now. Excuse me. Until obviously fermentation's over. I think the ones behind, there's no sign, I haven't taken a hydrometer reading, but I will do soon. It looks to me like they're about done. Anyway, I just wanted to update you on that.